Vishwanalayam Namami Bhagavad Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaye Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahi Tejasvinavadhitamastu. If the first verse of the Bhagavad Gita, the teaching of the Bhagavad Gita, reveals the subject matter between this verse and the last, called Charama Shloka. Even though there are other verses, but this is supposed to be the last verse of the teaching, Upadesha. Ma Suchaha, that is the end. Ashochan Anvashochastvam Ma Suchaha. So in between the 17 chapters, deal with the topic, a topic which removes the cause of sorrow. And therefore, the entire Gita Shastram, the entire Shastra, the Gita, it's called Gita Shastram, is so shoka, moha, nivritti param shastram. Shoka nivritti, moha nivritya. This is the Shastra. In the Upanishad, we have Yasmin Sarvani Bhutani, Yasya Sarvani Bhutani, Atmanyevanu Pashyati, Tatrako Mohaha, Tatrako Shokaha. Where is Moha? Where is Shoka? There is no Shoka when there is no Moha. So what is Moha then? Confusion is Moha. Moha is not fascination. Fascination also is a confusion. So we attach a value to an object, to an end, much more than what that object or the end has as its value. So this is what we have to understand. That we are not rejecting the value of a given thing. We accept the value of a given thing, but nothing more, nothing less. More and less are subjective. What is one thing. What do you make out of it is quite another. That is called moha. Due to lack of objectivity, lack of understanding of what it is, one superimposes a value structure upon a situation. It can be an object. It can be any end, whatever. So in a person or in an object, in a situation, in a job, occupation, so you give more than what it has to offer. You attach a value much more than what it has to offer. So this is what we say, a moha. This moha comes from the original moha. There is certain original sin. We accept the original sin. Our original sin is not committed by our parents, okay? Or Adam and Eve. Our original sin is our own mistake about ourselves. So I take myself as a person who is other than what I am. And once I commit a mistake against something, then sometimes the mistake proves to be a blessing. Proves to be a blessing in disguise. And therefore sometimes this kind of mistake leads you to something else. You know, like even you pick up something as something very fancy, it looks something fancy. So you pick it up as something fancy. And then afterwards it proves to be a very important fossil, okay? And it fetches a lot of money for you. So you just thought it is something shapely and therefore you picked it up. So, but then it proved to be it's a blessing in disguise. Understand? It's a blessing in disguise. Sometimes mistakes make you a person better off. One person came here. He wanted to go to a temple there was a temple here, and this temple, this Rajarajeshwari temple in Strasbourg. This man was coming in 33 and he asked somebody, the gas station or something, there's a temple here, do you know where it is in Strasbourg? Oh, it's here, you go this way. Fellow came here and then keep coming here afterwards. This is a blessing in disguise. According to him, understand? Not according to me, according to him. According to me, of course, but according to him. I can't say about it, but I know that it is a blessing if we can make use of it. But then what I say, so he came by mistake here, then afterwards he kept coming. Even when he came to know that this is not the place, he said, this is okay for me. And therefore, so what I say, this kind of a blessing in disguise is always there. You commit a mistake, then afterwards it proves to be a blessing. So these mistakes can lead to something very useful, something very rewarding, but not here. You cannot commit a mistake against yourself. A self that you want to be, correct? The self that you want to be. You don't want to be an insecure person, and you want to be a person who is free from being insecure. But then that's exactly the nature of the self. You want to be some significant person. Significant person you don't become just because some people say you are wonderful. That doesn't make you significant. In fact, if somebody says wonderful, they say that to you because you need that. Otherwise they won't say. We are wonderful, you are wonderful. Others need not say. If there is a pressure that somebody has to tell you that you are wonderful, that means they should say it also. That doesn't mean you are wonderful. Understand? Even if you are wonderful, it is the perception of that person. You ask that person, what makes you say I am wonderful? Because you got a nice nose. So this is all what it is. And therefore, that's all that you require is some kind of an accident with that all wonder is gone. is all nonsense. Somebody's perception. That perception has no basis, no validity. But the truth is here, I am the significant, the only significant. And thus, here, a mistake against yourself makes you seek what your nature is. What the truth of yourself becomes the very end in all your seeking, and that is not seen. And that is not seen. Therefore, in the second chapter of the Gita, there is a discussion that everything that you go after is something that has got some objectively, it has some value, but if you look into that value, you are seeking something much more than what the thing offers. Like money, for instance, is something that people seek. There is nobody who doesn't want money. In fact, Bhagavan also wants money, and therefore he can't borrow. He just got married to Laksmi permanently. And therefore, so Laksmi is wealth and he is married to wealth, and Laksmi, anything that makes you feel good is Laksmi. If you have a home that makes you feel good, you can relax, that is Laksmi. Not a home where, so there is problem, that is not Laksmi. That is Lakshmi's sister, understand? She has got an older sister. And therefore, so the Lakshmi means there must be domestic happiness. That is what they call Griha Lakshmi. So like this, anything that you say, I get something out of it, that is Lakshmi and Bhagavan is united. And therefore, Bhagavan knows the value, and you also know the value of money. Then what about sadhus who give up everything? They give up earning money, that's all. But they also need money. When they travel, they require a ticket. In India, at least, some sadhus think once they become sadhus, they need not buy railway tickets. Some of them think like that. In fact, once I was going from Rishikesh to Haridwar by train. There is one train. And this train, of course, is just a 15-mile train, it is, train ride. Special one, that's called shuttle, Haridwar Rishikesh shuttle. And this Haridwar, these sadhus all entered. And I bought tickets for them. Then they were angry with me. Then they said, they were upset, not angry. Say, why did you buy tickets? I said, we are traveling. No, this is Hamara liye train hai, so sadhu ka bus gadi. So they say, this is sadhu ka gadi. I mean, the sadhus need not buy tickets according to them. Sadhus, we don't buy tickets. We never bought tickets. Ye sadhu ke liye rakha hai, ye to. That's what they think. Nobody comes and asks them, leaves them alone, and therefore they think it is meant for sadhus. Otherwise they have to buy ticket. Beyond Haridwar they have to buy ticket. Correct? Beyond Haridwar they have to buy ticket. Therefore somebody has to buy the ticket. The sadhu also knows, and therefore there is no such thing as that there is no need for money. Money is always there. Even if the sadhu has got a small hut, that is also money. That costs some money. And therefore, that is even whether it costs money or effort, whatever that is money. That is called Lakshmi. Resources are Lakshmi. Even Lakdi Ikdi is a Lakshmi hai. And therefore, so for making a hut you require some pieces of wood and some straw and some hay, whatever you want, that's all money. You must know that. Therefore, so there is such a thing as money. Money means need not be this alone. Kalam is money, time is money, skill is money, knowledge is money, family is money, and children are money, originally. Okay? Money, either you earn money or spend money. Okay? Both are same. It's all money. And therefore you find all these are money. Real estate is money, everything, these are all money. But that gives me security. So this gives me security, that is also true. There is a certain elbow room, money gives you some elbow room, you can spend. This is called economic freedom, which is not to be denied. A Bevakoof alone will deny that. So this is the truth about it. But that's it. It serves the purpose that much alone. That's why I always used to tell, so if you look at the human pursuit, it's all Lakshmi alone. Every pursuit is Lakshmi. Do you want home? Lakshmi, Griha Lakshmi. You want marriage? Vara Lakshmi. You want children? Santana Lakshmi. You want money? What? Money? Dana Lakshmi. You want well-being? Saubhagya Lakshmi. Sab Lakshmi. Food, produce? Dhanya Lakshmi. Sab Lakshmi. Do you know there is another woman? She is called Saraswati. She is sitting there, nobody comes to her. And then she says, nobody comes to me, only the sadhus come to me. Nobody comes to me. And so everybody is after Lakshmi, 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 all piche. Everybody is after Lakshmi. Saraswati is so jealous of Lakshmi. She feels abandoned, unwanted. She should feel, but she doesn't seem to. She is with a smile playing all the time Veena. She doesn't care. She doesn't seem to mind at all. You go, piche, go, kya? Veena. Why? Because she knows that Lakshmi one can have, home one can have, but one cannot get anything out of it unless thoda sa, I am there. So I have to be there, thoda sa. So without thoda sa, one cannot get, one will spoil the whole thing. And therefore, so marriage, of course, is Lakshmi. But then if marriage has to make you happy, you must have something here. Otherwise, that will finish, therefore, Veena. Another song. Another song. Understand? So she is not jealous. You can, money, Lakshmi can buy a book and Saraswati is playing Veena. Why? Because this idiot will not understand anything that is there in the book. And therefore, he is playing Veena. You have to come to me. If you have to understand that Lakshmi, you have to understand that in fact no Lakshmi can be enjoyed. What Lakshmi can provide cannot be enjoyed without a bit of Saraswati. Thoda sa. So to the extent you have the Saraswati's grace, Lakshmi's grace becomes grace. Otherwise it is a grace missed out, a grace abused, disused. And therefore Saraswati is never jealous. And therefore the limitations of all these become very, very clear. Even empirical life, your day-to-day simple sensory life, it is always good to know. Even when you eat something, what is this, what is that, what is the difference between this and that, all that one has got to know. Then only there is some kind of a, there is some kind of a gourmet eating. There is some and there is a certain things you can avoid, certain things you can go for. This is all big thing it is. Because when nothing else is available, these are the big things. You cut that out, okay? You cut out. You cut out basil. I don't want basil. Don't bring basil. Cut out. You introduce this one, and then that one you please cut out. this kind of choices, all that you become very sensitive to one. So this is more important than other. Nothing else is available. You at least here you have some knowledge. Especially in America. One good thing in America is mostly everybody knows, if you are a New Yorker, you know, that especially New Yorker or a Californian, you know, so you know exactly, exactly the whole world cuisines. They know exactly. So Mexicans, whether they know or not, they know Mexican food from enchilada onwards. Tortilla and so some satada, some what is that? Some the Chinese, whether they know or not, but these fellows know. So this, all the Chinese names are there. So this, they all know. They prefer one and dismiss the other. It's all set in Saraswati, understand? You know, Saraswati. That is Saraswati. Saraswati means don't think it is just one thing. Everything is Saraswati. Music also Saraswati. Everything is Saraswati. And therefore, even ordinary, simple forms of pleasure, you tap because of little knowledge, otherwise you just push things inside. Things pass by without you noticing even what they are. And therefore, so there is such a thing as value for money, for power, for name, influence and so on. But then, if you analyze in all of them, in seeking all of them, what do you want? What do you want? With a certain avidity, with a certain fervor and agony inside that you don't have it. If you seek others' approval, others this thing, then everybody should applaud you. Everybody should feel that you are there and therefore everybody should celebrate. So this kind of a need inside is, as long as it is there, what does it reveal? I am insecure being just myself. Not only insecure, I am not significant. This particular word is something that we have to definitely understand. So don't gloss over this. I want to be significant. This I find is a very significant agony in people. And because I want to be significant, I want to be recognized, I want to be wanted, I want to be needed, I want to be somebody, this is an agony it is. For some people it is agony in different degrees. And do you know why? Because I am significant. That is what Gita is going to say. I am significant. In fact, there is nothing more significant than myself. There is nothing as significant as myself. In fact, anything becomes significant because of my significance. This is you. Kya baat hai? This is you. Really? Yes. Do you say I am significant? Yes. Then I want to be that significant. Because the old agony comes again and messes up the whole thing. This is not to be grabbed. This is, you have to fall back and understand. This is not for grabbing. You spoil it. By your own agony and anxiety, you spoil it. And therefore, so that I am the significant. Not most significant. I am, if there is anything significant, that is me. Anywhere anything significant, known or unknown, is me. anything that was significant in the past, or anything that may become significant in the future, it's all me. I should be able to see that through and through. Then there is the pursuits have. The pursuits that we have now certain what we call reality. It is nothing more is given, nothing less is given. The pursuits have pursuit for money, pursuit for power, pursuit for anything gains only that much reality, enjoys that much reality, nothing more. Understand? Why? Because, so what these things can give, so this knowledge that I'm talking about is not going to give. Because these are all things for transaction. These are all things that you require for your daily transaction. But centered on I, that I am small, insignificant, that particular problem, centered on I is guilt and hurt also, and therefore all these are based upon original moha. This original moha is the cause for other mohas, understand? So these other mohas means all false value structures. Shobhanadhyasa, ashobhanadhyasa. Say you superimpose a value that is fascinating value, but there is nothing fascination there at all. There is nothing fascinating there, but you attach your value because of your own inside some value structure, peculiar something, need, etc., which is not there. Honestly, this is the truth about it. So if you know, then anything that you do is real. Otherwise, it is all exaggerated version, and you are in for disappointment all the time. Another thing happens. Because of this disappointment, then there is a disenchantment. You know, the disappointment is there, one after the other. Then there is a disenchantment, and naturally you become a bairagi. I am not interested in all this, Swamiji, aapke saath aayenge. This is what we say, this is why the particular vairagya it is called. It is called jihasa vairagya. The vairagya born of disenchantment. It is not born of objectivity. Objectivity will not drive you anywhere, will make you understand what it is all about. So thus there is a new scale of vision. That is what we have, that is called viveka vairagya. Otherwise, jignasa vairagya. You have understood something, you want to understand more, that is a dispassionate way of looking at things. And therefore, so what I am seeking, Lord Krishna says, so is not anything that is flowery. So don't get carried away. Even the Swarga, etc., Swarga going to heaven, the Veda talks about heaven. What about the heaven that the Veda talks about? Veda talks about a lot of things. Veda is like your supermarket. You go there, so there are, when you see the rakes of, so many, so this shampoo, racks and racks of shampoo, and you feel, why these people have all this? Because you have no hair on your head. And they would, you say, why do they have this shampoo, etc.? So this is what you feel, because so there are people who need supermarket. It is things that you don't want also. They have things others want, of course. Everybody wants. There are different things. You go, walk through the aisles, get confused. What to buy, what not to buy. You all get confused. Confusing. Same thing, yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadanti avipaschitaha vedavada ratah partha nanyadasti divadinaha kamatmanaha surgaparaha Janma karma phala pradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati bhogaishwarya prasaktanam tayapahrita chedasam. He goes on and on, talking about, even the Veda uses all these flowery words. Pushpitam vacham vadanti. So pravadanti. So this wonderful flowery language is used. How beautiful it is. How you will be in heaven. There will be no Lord, death will not come there at all. It is out of bounds. You will go there. You will have no core issues because there is no babyhood, childhood, etc. You will be a hood right away. You will be there. So as a teenager you will be there, just 19, 20, that is the age. Then you will remain like that. You will not age at all. How beautiful. There you will have dance, music, morning dance, evening dance, music, dance, music, dance, music, dance, music, no dance, music, no hunger. If you are hungry, if at all, it is some kind of satisfaction. You have to look at the food. That's all. You are satisfied. Paroksha priyaha, sarve devaha. And therefore, so just looking at them, you will be happy. And it's all laid out before you. You need not cook. So this is wonderful. That you need not cook, that you got dance, music, dance, music, dance, music. This is our heaven, okay? Dance, music, dance, music. But the beauty, this Veda talks about it. If you are interested, go. That's all. It's absolutely dispassionate. This has a supermarket attitude. Sir, you need not buy. You can't go and argue. Why do you have all these things? I don't want to. Sir, you need not buy all this. There are some people who buy this. Say, you don't argue with me why you have all these things. There are some people who want. Do you want? Surga kama ha ajeta. Ye kya baat hai? Surga kama, if you are desirous of heaven, all right, perform this ritual. Then what will happen? You will go to heaven. How long I will be there? Sometime. When did you have whole lifetime holiday? Did you ever have? Whenever you had holiday, either money is expended and therefore you come back, or leave is gone, therefore you come back, or both are gone, you come back. You come back. Anyway you come back. Understand? The problem is you come back. That is the thing. Heaven, our heaven is a temporary holiday out, understand? It's not holiday in. It's a holiday out. Out. You come back like a bad postcard, wrongly addressed postcard, you come back. Every day we are getting wrongly addressed postcard, they all come back. Check the address with a note from the postal department. You come back. And therefore, so that's the thing if you want to do. So like this, there are different things are said. And naturally, so those things you have to do properly if you want those things. And therefore, the Veda is including Veda. That is the beauty here. So your own pursuits without the Veda coming into the picture, your own pursuits born out of Shravanam and Darshanam, you yourself had experienced certain things and you want to have them. Or somebody has told you something about it and therefore you want to go to Goa. And this is Goa jayenge, Kathmandu jayenge. Why? Because there it is available cheap. Understand? And therefore, so this is because this is Shrutam. Understand? Shrutam. So the community has got its own, they have got their own way of telling where to go. When they just do that, with a haversack, they go in a shoestring economy. So they go, they also know, they all know, they tell each other where to go. What should be your halt? They all tell each other. They go. So this is called, So what is known to you, you yourself have seen before you want to have that experience. You read something about it, therefore you want to go. Somebody has told you, therefore you want to go. So this is our local pursuits. Then this Veda comes and tells not only here in the hereafter also you can do a lot of things. And therefore, so you purchase tickets, coupons. No, you get coupons. The whole psychology is coupon psychology. I call it coupon psychology. So sometimes even though you don't need it, because there is a coupon you go and buy, okay? And so this is called coupon psychology. You go on gathering gathering tickets to go to heaven and heavenly joys and heavenly something. This is how, really speaking, Vedanta begins when all religions come to an end. All religious promises come to the end. That much alone. Up to this there is no Vedanta. Here I achieve certain things. And I find that I am limited by this body, mind, sense complex. Doesn't seem to be enough for me to accomplish what I want to accomplish. And therefore, give up this body. Later you will get everything, a promise, a non-verifiable promise, but still made by a serious book called Veda. Therefore you accept it. All right, go. Over. This is what your empirical pursuits can give. Up to heaven going. If somebody says, is a special heaven you will go where God is sitting there, that is also the same. You go to heaven, God is sitting there, then again internal travel you have to do. So God is sitting there means what? Like Indians, when they come here, they ask me, Swamiji, will you be there in September in America? Yes, I will be there in September. I will come and see you, Swamiji. I am coming to America, my son is there. So, okay, come and see me. Where? Where your son is? He is in Los Angeles. He wants to come. He thinks that I am in Tambaram. Then he is coming to Madras. Eh? So we are going to heaven. Why? Because God is there and I want to see God. Then which corner he is there, we don't know. Heaven must be a very big place. And because all the souls have to go there, and naturally all these believers, all of them go there, means, do you know what kind of crowd it would be? And in this crowd means there must be, it should be a huge continent. From one end to the other. I don't know what kind of vehicle available there. And you have to go. And where is God? You have to ask. His address you must get. And then at least email you must get. So, Vishnu at Vaikuntha.com. So you have to go there. And so you have to reach that place. Because it doesn't give the address also. This .com is a very dangerous thing. And so there is no address. Then afterwards you have to get the address. And then afterwards you have to go. There again it is the same. Then when you go there, lot of bhaktas are around. They have just now come. Vishnu is sitting there. Akkada allidare. From here you have to look at Vishnu. So it's small little dot-like thing, he was sitting there. Then this Acharya feels bad and he says, no, he's all pervasive. Then why should I go there? Why should I go there? Tell me. No. They can't answer. Just bluffing people. Pure bluffing. It's not that they can't think. They don't want to think. And therefore there, Halli dare. Halli means he's there. At the right time I get the right language, you know. So, Halli dare. And so he's not any different from the other friends. And so all these come to an end. Then again, you are the same. You are our Subbu. So our Subbu, you are going there, same thing. And therefore you are different from that Ishvara. Therefore small, insignificant. And also you tell, I am smaller than. You're Renu, you're dust, I am a simple dust particle, sticking to the devotee's feet. Father Renu. Good attitude. It's a good attitude, fine. But don't take it seriously, okay? Nobody wants to be a dust particle anyway, to be swept away. You want to be Subbu? Subbu. Yes, I'm a simple Subbu. Why don't you sit up, Subbu? Anyway, that's an attitude which has got its own beauty. We are not belittling that. We'll talk about that attitude later. There is some beauty in that attitude. But that is to be discovered. At the same time, nothing is really accomplished. The individual remains individual. Therefore, so going to heaven, etc. also is not anything big, Arjuna. And therefore, you have to know exactly what do you want, you should know. Do you really seek heaven? Or you are not, you want to be away from yourself? You want to be there? Or you want to be free from being not at home, being yourself? This has to be discerned. Any trip is meant, I am not at home, being myself, I am not at home. That is what I don't like. Therefore, I want to go out somewhere here, local. We have seen all the local, we have seen Caribbean, we have seen all these. Some people really have seen the world. They have been going. In every holiday they go to places. It's all over now. Africa, I have seen this, I have seen that, I have seen, all I have seen. Now, abhi kya? Only heaven is baki. Chalo, there we go. Then you have seen heaven also go around on a trip. Then what? What shall we do now? And therefore, what really is the problem? What the problem is that I am not at home, therefore I am on tours. I am on a bus, mobile home. After retirement, you buy a mobile home and drive. Whenever this kind of mobile home comes, be away, you know. It's an old man, he is driving and his wife is sitting, nagging him all the time, and therefore, so attention may not be total, understand? So this, be very careful. Our wife is driving, he is nagging, whatever it is. So I want to balance all the time. And therefore, this is again the same, on the wheels. So because all these years we have been working, holidays only once a year, 2 weeks, etc. Now we are on a long holiday. Means what? We don't sit at home, long holiday. No? I don't have anything against this, okay? It's all fine, no problem. But as long as you can be at home with yourself, everything is fun if you are at home with yourself. Being not at home is the reason why I seek places. Being not happy being myself, I seek avenues of some happiness and pleasures. Being not secure, I seek security. Being not significant, I want to be significant. But suppose that significant one. Am I? And even, let us finish that one. So if I am not significant, then I am insignificant. Therefore, what is it you are going to do to become significant? Kya? Kya karega? Karegi, karega. So, kya karega? What are you going to do to become significant? You can get some qualification. But still, qualification in what? All knowledge that you have is up to one more question. Ignorance starts from there. So this is a flower, as I told you. One more question, why it is like this, etc., nobody answers. And why this flower is so different from that flower? It's different. Why this difference? Because it's a different flower. Come on, between both of them are flowers. Why difference? And both the plants stand in the same, what you call, garden. Why? That's two different plants. Why is the difference? Still, though you don't ask these questions. You should ask God, okay? So all our knowledge doesn't make us significant. All our skills do not make us any significant. And therefore, what else we can do to become significant? Only we can have a new haircut. That's all what people do generally. Especially the teenagers, they do. Significant, what they can do? Even boys wear one earring. That's all what they can do, to be just different from others. If everybody wears, then what will you do? It's gone. It's out of fashion. So this is all what we can do. Nothing significant. If I am insignificant, I am insignificant. There is no remedy for it. If my body, mind, sense complex is me, I am insignificant, I will ever be insignificant. A wayside rock has got stories to tell. You pick up a rock and ask the rock, "Oh rock, can you tell me the story?" Then the rock will say, "You are in a great hurry. How are you going to listen to my story of millions and millions of years? I have long stories to tell. And therefore, when you have got some leisure, then come and sit with me, I will tell you the story." Every rock, wayside rock, has stories to tell. And it's 50 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years, a flicker in time. It's just a flicker, it's nothing. It's nothing. And therefore, what is it significant here? There's nothing significant you cannot accomplish. There's nothing you can talk much about also. So I was born, that is true. You are born, definitely I know that. You were born. I was born here, somewhere you have to be born anywhere. And then I went to the school, thank God you went to the school. Even after schooling you are like this, if you don't go to the school, what will happen? And therefore I went to the school. Hey, kya baat hai? It's all the same. It's all the same story, everybody's story. There's nothing significant. So no matter what you accomplish, you are going to be insignificant. And you are subject to mortality, subject to aging, all these we can keep on talking. So nothing you can stop. Therefore, knowledge-wise limited, and this time-wise limited, space-wise limited, skill-wise limited, significant status-wise limited, always limited. And I want to be significant. How? I want to accept myself. How? Therefore, there is only one solution. The solution is either I have moha about myself. If that moha is not there, then this is what I am. There is no solution. You have to accept. What you have to accept? I am insignificant, I am useless, I am foolish, I am this. And you have to accept all this. I am ignorant, I am little, I am small, and you have to accept this and then smile. Because this is called acceptance, self-acceptance. Understand? People work on self-acceptance. You should accept yourself. What is the self? I am useless. That is the self. You accept yourself. My parents were useless. That is also accept yourself. And my job is useless. Accept yourself. Everything useless. Accept yourself. This acceptance, kya baat hai? This is not acceptance. This is what is called. You can't be any different. Therefore, you put up with yourself and expect us to put up with you. In fact, we want to put a distance. Everybody wants to be away from the other who is melancholic, who is sad, etc. But that is the truth. That's why you want space. Now, there is no, one way there is no solution. I am small will never become free from being small by adding something or subtracting something from oneself. By giving up something, you don't become big. By adding something, you don't become big enough, complete, whole. Therefore, there is only one way. What? Maybe you have moha. Moha means ignorance, error. You have a distorted view of yourself. Possible. Either, so you don't have what you want because it is not there, or you don't know it. You have it, you don't know it. It is not even have. You are, but you don't know it. That's not anything peculiar. Everybody is born ignorant, and one is born ignorant when I am ignorant of everything else and ignorant of oneself also. Therefore, self-ignorance is not peculiar to you. It is common to all. And therefore, moha is possible because there is never a chance to know what the self is, and therefore there is confusion. This is called moha, and therefore the only solution available is one has to know oneself. There is no other solution. One side is blocked already. Maybe I am the solution. Yes, you are the solution. So if you are the solution, then you have to have moha nivritti. And the moha nivrittya shoka nivritti. Correct now? Moha nivrittya shoka nivritti. If that correction has taken place, the self-delusion is taken care of. There is no shoka possible. Therefore, moha nivrittya eva shoka nivritti. Therefore, one must have what we say, what I want, nischaya. Real nischaya. In second chapter, Lord Krishna talks about this vyavasayatmika buddhihi eka iha kurunandana bahushaka hyanantascha buddhayo avyavasayinam. Vyavasaya means generally cultivation. You know? क्या करता है? Then they say, oh, क्या करता है? Oh, व्यवसाय करता है. Vyavasaya means what? Cultivation, agriculture, called vyavasaya. Really, there is one meaning. That is not a problem. Here, vyavasayatmika buddhihi. Your mind itself is divided into two. Then there is samshayatmika buddhihi. Sankalpa vikalpatmika buddhihi. Avyavasayatmika buddhihi. The buddhi that is confused, not very clear. What one wants, one is not very clear. About an issue also, one is not very clear. About the issue, of course, one is not clear. And therefore, people are running. So this is avyavasayatmika buddhihi. nischayatmika buddhi, is vivasayatmika buddhi. Means when you resolve, this is what I want. That is called vyavasaya, nischaya. So nischaya is vyavasaya. And this vyavasayatmika, that which is in the form of vyavasaya, nischaya. That buddhi, one who has got, he is called vyavasayatmika buddhi, you can say. That buddhi itself is called vyavasayatmika. And it is always one. Eka. Even in simple things, it is eka. Once you know the truth, it is always one. Untruth, many. How did you find the flower here? The truth is, it was sitting here when I came, that's all. But untruth can be any number, correct? Oh, and a thought of flower came from heaven. Similar, different things we can tell. Untruth is dependent upon your imagination, creativity, others' idiocy. All this, gullibility, others' gullibility, all these put together, you can create any number of untruths. But the truth is only one. That is called vyavasaya. So with reference to what I seek in life also, there is vyavasaya. And therefore, that what I want is only one. That one is freedom from being small, insignificant, limited. That's all I want. I need nothing else. In this there must be a firmness. Then only vairagya will be there. Otherwise there is no fun in all this. Then everything will take its own place. This knowledge is based upon our pakvam, our maturity. It is not another piece of knowledge that you have got so many things, that you have got this also you have. No. It is based upon your maturity, your own understanding of things. And therefore, this vyavasayatmika is the most important topic in this, and we will talk about this, how it is. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi eka. Once you have discerned what I want, what is to be gained in this life, then you have a settled pursuit. It is only one. Everything subserves that one. If you don't have that one, then you have got plenty. Anantaha, there is no end, it's endless it is. Therefore I said, if you choose the limitless, there is only one. If you don't choose the limitless, then what? Limitless desires you have got. If you don't choose the limitless, you have limitless desires, countless desires. Bahushakaha, anantaha, buddhayaha, vyavasayinam, people who do not have a certain direction for all their pursuits, they are what they call scatter brain, like, they're scattered all over. There's no direction. And therefore, Vedanta starts where all promises come to an end, unfortunately. And this is, I look at again myself, what I think is not true. I should be able to see that little, then only that pursuit gains a certain dimension. And therefore, the shoka nivritti is by what? Shoka nivritti means shoka goes away. If I am totally acceptable, significant, only significant, then where is shoka? Moha is not there, shoka is not there. Therefore, moha nivritti doesn't take place by closing your eyes. By what? By knowing what is. So the pursuit is cognitive. And therefore, The whole book is called Brahma Vidya. Then you may ask here, it is also called Yoga Shastra. What does it mean? We will see that also. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.